It was around 2 a.m. when my phone buzzed on the nightstand. The room was dark and silent except for the faint hum off the ceiling fan. I squinted at the screen, half asleep, and saw a message from my wife, Emily. It said, "I lost track of time." That was it. No explanation, no follow-up, nothing. My kiss tightened as I looked at the clock again. She had gone out for dinner with coworkers at 8 p.m. and hadn't texted once since then. For a moment, I tried to convince myself it was innocent. Maybe they'd stayed late at a restaurant. Maybe her phone had died earlier. But deep down, something didn't sit right. Emily was always the cautious type. She'd text even if she was running 10 minutes late. The silence for hours and the sudden vague message at 2 a.m. didn't sound like her. I stared at her text for a while before replying. Choosing my words carefully, I typed, "That's fine. I just hope you told Mark you're married before it got too late." Then I hit send. It wasn't an angry message, just calm, direct, and loaded with meaning. Mark was her coworker, Theon she'd been mentioning a bit too often lately. For a few seconds, there was no response. Then the typing dots appeared and vanished several times. Finally, she replied, "What are you talking about?" I didn't answer. Instead, I put my phone down and turned off the lamp, pretending to go back to sleep. My heart was racing, though, and my mind was running through every strange moment from the past few weeks. Her sudden interest in going out, the new perfume, the way she guarded her phone. By 2:07 a.m., the quiet of the house broke. I heard hurried footsteps outside the front door, followed by the rattle of keys. Emily came in breathless, her face pale. She looked shocked to find me sitting calmly on the couch instead of asleep in bed. "Why did you send that message?" she asked, her voice trembling. I looked at her for a long second before answering. "Because he wanted to see how fast guilt can travel." Her expression changed instantly, confusion mixed with panic. She stammered. "I wasn't with Mark. We were all just hanging out, and I didn't notice the time." I nodded slowly, pretending to believe her, but my eyes said otherwise. "Where were you hanging out?" I asked. She hesitated, searching for words. "At a coworker's house. We were playing cards." Her story sounded forced. I kept my tone calm and steady. "Strange. I called your office earlier Tosk when you'd left. Your boss said Mark left around 8:02. Coincidence?" She opened her mouth to speak, but no words came out. Her hands were shaking. I stood up, walked past her, and picked up her purse from the counter. I handed it to her. "You might want to check your phone. It's been tracking your location all night." Her eyes widened. She pulled out her phone, unlocked it, and saw the location history still open on the screen from Asmal Motel on the other side of town. For a moment, silence filled the room. She looked at me, tears welling up, and said softly, "It's not what it looks like." But her voice broke halfway through the sentence. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I just said, "You don't get to decide what it looks like anymore." Then I walked to the bedroom and closed the door. That night, she slept on the couch. I didn't sleep at all. My mind replayed everything. The lies, the excuses, the cold dinners waiting for her. The woman I thought I knew had become a stranger right before me eyes. Her 2 a.m. message wasn't just about losing track of time. It was about losing track of loyalty. In the morning, she tried to talk, but I didn't fave the strength. I simply told her I'd be staying at my brother's for a few days. She cried and begged me to listen, saying it was a mistake, that nothing serious had happened. But mistakes don't come with secret locations and midnight lies. As I packed my things, I realized something. Sometimes silence reveals more truth than shouting ever could. My own calm text at 2 a.m. had told me everything I needed to know about our marriage. It showed me her fear, her guilt, and the distance she'd already created between us. When I left the house, she stood in the doorway, tears running down her face. I didn't look back because at 2 a.m. when she said she lost track of time, I realized I had lost track of her long before that. And now there was no message that could undo what was already broken. By 2:10 that night, her panic had said more than any confession ever.